Porcelain Cage.
Handwritten notes.
Zero Foxtrot Golf, FM, Police Fraud Radio.
Cage. Back in the building.
Castle, on patrol. Okay, we're going to jump right into something you spoke about a while back.
That is?
A wink and a gun. I want you to think while I tell a quick story, if you have any memories of you activating the wink and the gun while you were on duty, or if something of that nature was returned back to you. I'm going to use this little quick story to lead you into something that happened to me.
Okay.
Do you know Pat McAfee?
No.
Didn't think so. He's a retired punter for the Indianapolis Colts. Awesome follow. Really funny guy.
I know who he is. Yeah.
Okay, but I heard a story the other day. He and Peyton Manning went golfing. It led to a gambling exchange at a casino.
Mm-hmm.
So he's playing roulette. Pat McAfee is.
Okay.
Nobody knows who the heck he is. But everybody in the casino is eyeballing Peyton Manning. Oh my God, there he is. Look at him. He's walking around like Jesus. Of course, he's a big dude. He's like 6'6" or whatever. Right. Yeah. So he's taller than everybody everywhere, and he has a huge head. Mm-hmm. So he sticks out, while Pat McAfee does not. And he's at the roulette table. So Peyton comes over, gives him a typical football slap on the butt.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, what's going on? So I was just trying to win. He's like, I'm betting on, number 4. That's my number. I was a second round pick. I'm, putting risk on number 2. And Peyton had enough.
Uh-huh.
Taps him on the shoulder, looks at him, says, hey, gives him the wink and the gun, says, red 18, and walks off. In the story he's telling, he's like, man, that's the coolest damn thing I've ever seen in my life. Everything on red 18, all of his chips.
Uh-huh.
Everybody around the table is looking at him because they said it was Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
He's talking to you. You must be somebody, but they don't really know who the heck he is.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, can we put our chips? He's like, go ahead. I didn't say it. If Peyton Manning tells me to jump, I'm going to jump.
Yeah.
He pushes his chips, red 18. So does everybody else at the table.
Mm-hmm.
What hits?
Red 18.
Everybody goes nuts.
Wow.
So he doesn't see Peyton until the next morning. As he tells the story, he's like, hey, I woke up, saw Peyton's like, hey, man. You red 18 hit after you told me that? He's like, yeah, I know.
Wow. About a wink and a gun. I remember me and you having a in-service together, and you were struggling with the test, and I finished kind of early. I look back at you. I give you the wink and the gun and say, and walk out. Yeah, I just made all that up.
Nice. When was that? I was sick as a dog thrown up in the back of the room on that one.
The at-scene class?
Good God.
30 DFing it?
30?
DFing it. I don't even know if I said it right.
30 DFing it.
But that was when I made all the pictures of you.
30 DFing it.
30 DF. Man, you were like the healthiest, sickly person I ever met in my life.
I mean, when an infection gets me, it's on. But I had an occasion one time where I had somebody blow me a kiss.
Okay.
While I was in uniform.
Oh, Lord.
You full of shit, too.
Nope, because I have paper here to prove it. Otherwise, shove that right in your...
He has documents.
Shove that up your... A long time ago, I'm guessing maybe 2000, 2001, somewhere in that time frame. Stopped the guy for a simple seatbelt.
Yeah.
They're on Odom Grove Road.
Odom Grove Road?
Odom Grove Road.
The backwoods.
The driver appears to be...
The backwoods.
Kid Rock's younger cousin.
Okay. Joe Dirt looking type dude?
Similar.
Okay.
Skinny guy. No hat, no glasses. Kid Rock's usually rocking a derby and some shades.
Right.
5'8", 5'9", skinny guy, soiled button-down shirt.
Now, is he skinny? Okay.
Maybe $140.
Is he a guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Shoulder length.
We got that settled.
A little bit of greasy hair. I'm not questioning his hygiene.
Okay.
Just giving the description of what I saw.
Okay.
That guy is going to always smell of booze and cigarettes.
Right.
So I get his driver's license from this point forward, because he's a member of the fictitious Kid Rock family at this point. We're going to nickname him Jimmy DeStone.
Jimmy DeStone.
Jimmy DeStone. Yeah, I gave you the description. Put him in a car. What kind of car is this guy going to be driving?
92 Honda Civic.
Tilt.
Close, a Pontiac Bonneville.
Nice.
On the seat are an unopened carton of cigarettes, Marlboro Red, Mad Dog 2020, the grape one.
That's right.
Which looks like cough syrup.
Only the best in Odom country.
So he quickly starts jawing back at me. He's not happy. And what I do remember him telling me was, it don't matter what you do, just go ahead and write it up because I design jewelry for NFL guys. So just go ahead and do whatever you're going to do because I'll take care of this. So, of course, what happens there? We're going to slow down everything we're doing.
Yeah.
That's the standard operational procedure for every cop ever.
Yeah. And this is a seatbelt stop.
Just a seatbelt. It's just a fine, especially back then. It was just a fine you pay and you forget about it. You move on with your life.
That's right.
Well, as I go back to the car, his driver's license are suspended.
Of course.
Of course they are. He does smell of booze and cigarettes. He's got the mad dog over there. It's
Only the best.
step out of the car. That's the only thing he ever does voluntarily. Refuses to do any kind of tests. But he does lean back as I'm like, hey, let's do these tests, the walk and turn.
Yeah, standard field sobriety test. Yeah.
Well, of course, he's going to wrap his arms around, fold his arms together, lean backwards against the car. Jimmy the Stone.
Jimmy the Stoner. But you're holding him up because
absolutely.
He designs jewelry for NFL players.
There's an NFL Hall of Famer out there waiting for a ring.
I'm stuck right there. Like, he's driving a Pontiac Bonneville.
Okay, at best it was a 94, 96 model.
Early 90s.
Yeah.
I had all the right tires, right?
Best of my knowledge.
Okay. Was there a rear view mirror?
Best of my knowledge.
Okay. If it was missing, I mean, he's legit.
He refuses everything, and I'm like, hey, man, just make sure if you're going to refuse everything, you have a chance to prove you're sober to me. If you're going to refuse, I don't have a choice.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
We're going to get a little technical here. He's under arrest because you have what?
He is under the suspicion of impaired driving. I have formulated my opinion.
There you go. Just for all those legal buffs out there trying to tear this story apart.
He was leaning against the car.
Yeah.
So he didn't prove to me that he could stand. He's telling me he designs jewelry for NFL football players. Doesn't quite match that description.
You had already became biased at that point.
I had formulated an opinion. That's right.
Click, click. Handcuffs on.
Get to court, and he hires one of the best attorneys in town.
Perry Mason.
Close enough. He wants to have a trial, and the attorney tells me, hey, listen, he's paid me. He wants to have a trial.
Tee it up, Perry Mason.
And this attorney and I get along. We always have, always will.
Right.
So I had to prove he was impaired. That's the only part of this that didn't turn out in my favor. All the other charges that were attached to this, there was a conviction.
The seatbelt.
The seatbelt, the license, but we didn't get the driving while impaired charge. It was a little tough to get that one. We didn't. We lost that part.
Right.
But I didn't lose at all. Jimmy DeStone was very happy. He was very smug during the trial, smiling, wiggling around in his seat. A lot of people are scared when they're having a trial.
Right.
This smug little guy continued to act the same way he always did when I stopped him.
Right.
The judge gives him the punishment. It's community service, something, pay a fine, something.
Mm-hmm.
As he's walking away, you can hear a loud kissing sound. And as I look to where I hear the kissing sound, he's making eye contact with me. Throws his left hand out at me as an opera singer would. But he's thrown me a kiss. His back is to the judge, and the judge loses his mind. Get back here! Deputy, take him away. At some point, I was called and beckoned to the courthouse a few days later.
Right.
And I was called to the judge's chambers, and the judge delivered me an envelope with my name on it.
Okay.
So the judge, as part of this guy's punishment, left him in there for 3 days for contempt of court for blowing me a kiss in open court. His smug attitude is probably what lengthened the stay up to 3.
Yeah.
We're just going to read from this letter that was hand-delivered to me that the judge ordered Dustone to write to me.
Wow. Okay.
And it says, Castle, having been instructed by the courts to write you an apology would seem to make what follows just empty words. Again, here's Jimmy DeStone. There he is.
Yeah.
I have had ample time to reflect upon my actions and the incident which caused the judge to issue his order for contempt. And I am sincere when I say to you that I am truly sorry.
Why am I hearing this in Morgan Freeman's voice? Like this is Shawshank Redemption. Andy stayed in jail for 3 days and had to write a letter.
Well, now why you want to poo-poo my story? Okay, hey, let's do this.
All units proceed without delay. Vote on the poll question.
What's there to
Say, have you ever been blown an open kiss in court? Yes or no?
Who's been blown an open kiss in life?
Several times I have been.
What type of fairy tale life do you live? Mwah.
Oh my God.
Crash response team, report in.
Obviously, we need to speak about you.
Andy Dufresne was so sorry that he blew an open kiss to the officer in court.
You texted me while I was out sick.
Did you finish your letter?
I'm moving on.
The people want to hear. The people want to hear.
You texted me while I was out sick that you had a run-in with a particular officer.
Bro, you weren't out sick. You were down sick.
Listen, the line of demarcation between life and simply surviving, keeping my heart going, well, I mean, we were close.
Look, I was talking to the chaplain. We were making preparations. I was like trying to get the K-sign unit ready. You know, is this going to be an end of line of duty death? Did he get it at work? Can we put him in his car on his deathbed?
I did get it at work. However, was the chaplain sweating?
Sweat?
Then I've got more work to do.
That's funny.
Let's talk about you.
Okay.
I want you to tell me you had to have a run-in
Of another agent.
one or two different times. Sounds like there was a little bit of
Hate.
no. I'm just gonna say laziness maybe on his behalf.
Oh my gosh.
And now listen, one thing I think that we can deliver here, a message that Castle and Cage through our handwritten notes that we can deliver. The population of officers, troopers, deputies out there
Right.
is don't simply turn a lazy butt cheek to another department.
I don't know if it was laziness or fear. And this is what, I'm going to go ahead and jump in.
I'll buy that for $1. Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm working a wreck on a major U.S. highway. Vehicles on its side, got both lanes blocked. I'm working it, fire department. Another officer from this agency is assisting me with traffic, while I do all the documentation and interview witnesses and drivers and all that, yada, yada, yada. The other officer from that same agency, he's stopping all traffic from coming towards us because we needed the lanes blocked.
Safety. Scene safety.
Scene safety.
So somebody's helping you out.
Right. 2 officers from another department. Half a mile back, he's blocking both lanes. So we cleared the scene, got everything going. Hey, got to go to the hospital, interview a driver that's hit. I'm going back north on this U.S. highway, and I look across the median, and I see he still has traffic blocked. So I'm like, why does he still have traffic blocked? We're clear. So I pull over in the grass median. I look, and I don't even see anybody in the car.
Just a ghost patrol car.
I was like, oh my gosh, they parked a drone vehicle out here or something. I got to move it. Oh, I'm walking across the grass. I get into the road, and I literally put my hand on his door handle, and I see him in traffic talking to some people. He makes eye contact with me, and I'm like, get over here. What are you doing? He was like, it's a wreck back here. And I'm just thinking, I just handled this major catastrophe. So I walk up to him. I'm like,
no, was he referring to the wreck that was?
No, it was a wreck.
A second one.
A second one. Oh. While he had traffic blocked. So he got out of his car and walked 4 cars back. It was a minor fender bender, rear end slower stop. Somebody failed to reduce speed to avoid colliding with another vehicle, Oh. So, being sarcastic, do you want me to work it? He's like, yeah. And he hurries off into his car and he drives off. Wow. I'm like, you mother... God. So I walk up to the drivers and I'm like, do you need anything? He's like, no, we were trying to handle it amongst ourselves, but yeah. So I just basically get back in my car, drive to the hospital. Deputy Savage. So, yeah, that was I
was giving you an open door.
Well, you could say, hey, this would be an opportunity for Deputy Savage.
You know the music. I designed it for you.
Yeah, but I wasn't ready for that.
Wow, you in a horrible mood tonight.
No, come on,
You're
man.
You're poo-pooing. I was giving you a curtain call, and you just walked away.
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.
You act like we rehearsed this. The blank face that you're looking right now is like...
Units, Castle and Cage, off duty.